Hello friends, welcome to Insights ICANN initiative. In today's video, we are going to discuss about 16th Finance Commission. Of course, before we start this video, I am really wishing a happy new year to all of you and your family members as well. I am really wishing a great, successful and prosperous life in this year to you, and try to start this year in a very positive note and never ever compare yourself with others. Everyone's journey is different. So try to compare yesterday's yourself with today's yourself and try to progress, like in future of yourself. Anyhow, now the update of today's video is 16th Finance Commission. Recently, Government of India, of course, presidential order. According to the presidential order, 16th Finance Commission Chairman Arvind Panagariya was appointed as 16th Finance Commission Chairman. In this context, we will try to understand some of the main components of this video. Then we will discuss about the syllabus mapping. After that, we will go through the individual video components. In this particular video, we are going to discuss about why it is in news. First, it is in news because the 16th Finance Commission appointed, it got the new chairman. Then what is the Finance Commission and what is the constitutional mandate of the Finance Commission? We will discuss functions of the Finance Commission, why the Finance Commission needed, that is the significance of Finance Commission in the Indian federalism. Then what are the concerns related to this Finance Commission? Concerns such as the 15th Finance Commission considered 2011 census. Because of that, South Indian states, they will get injustice. There are certain concerns are there. We will discuss. And what are the key recommendations of the 15th Finance Commission? And finally, which areas are going to be examined by the 16th Finance Commission? These are the components in this particular video. Then this particular topic is related to, in syllabus point of view, General Studies paper 2. Powers, functions and responsibilities of constitutional bodies. Okay, there is a topic. Now first we have to understand the Finance Commission. The first Finance Commission of independent India, it was headed by the K.C. Niyogi, 1952 to 1957. Then the second Finance Commission led by Chairman K. Santhanam and the 15th Finance Commission led by N.K. Singh. Now the 16th Finance Commission is going to be led by Arvind Panagariya. This is the first information. Then you have to know which article of the Indian Constitution deals with the Finance Commission. Article 280 deals with the Finance Commission. Okay. According to Article 280, President appoints the Finance Commission for every 5th year, and it is a quasi-judicial body as well. Okay. It is having powers similar to civil courts. It can exercise powers under Civil Procedure Code of 1908. Then Constitution clearly mentioning the composition of the Finance Commission, unlike the Election Commission. According to Constitution, Finance Commission consists of 1 plus 4 members. These 4 members, 1 plus 4, it includes High Court judges as well. And this Finance Commission members are appointed by the President and their qualifications are determined by the Parliament. Their tenure is according to the presidential order and they are eligible to be reappointed as well. Then what the Finance Commission will do? Finance Commission mainly distribute the taxes between the center and states. Not only that, it also distribute the tax revenue among the states as well. Any states which are backward in nature, they will be allocated more funds. Apart from that, grant in aids related to states. That means how much grants have to be distributed to the states. That is also determined by the Finance Commission. This is the brief overview regarding the Finance Commission. If you look at the comparison between the 15th and 16th Finance Commission, 14th and 15th one, the 14th Finance Commission given around 50% of the share to the states, whereas 50% of the total revenue. In that, not 50, it was generally 32. Then in the 16th Finance Commission, it raised it to 42. 15th Finance Commission, 14th one 32, 15th one 42, 16th one it was 41. While giving the money, the weightage to various areas. For example, 15th Finance Commission, it given 15% of the weightage to population and 15% weightage related to the area of the states. Then 12.5% demography. Then rest of the thing is tax effect. That means how much tax generated from that state. So this is the weightage. That means for population around 15% weightage they are giving. Okay. The main contention here is, okay, previously up to up to 15th Finance Commission, okay, up to 15th Finance Commission, up to 15th Finance Commission, they took 1971 census, 1971 census as base year for population, okay, but the 15th Finance Commission, it considered 2011 census. If you consider 2011 census, obviously it is going to be advantage to North Indian states, advantage to North Indian states, because in North Indian states obviously the absolute population increased compared to South Indian state. This is the major objection raising by the South Indian states, because the population in South India is less because of the less population growth. That less population growth is because of the well executed family planning program. That means here you are penalizing the South Indian states, whereas you are rewarding the North Indian states even though they did not implement the family planning program so effectively. That is the main accusation from the South Indian states, you have to remember. So this is the weightage. 15th Finance Commission, the economic backwardness percentage 45%, then population 15% of weightage given, and for the forest and ecology 10% given, and tax effect 2.5% given. This is some of the weightage to the various states when the center is distributing the tax to states. Next, why it is in news, already we discussed. Arvind Panagariya appointed as the 16th Finance Commission of the chairman, and this Arvind Panagariya previously worked as a vice chairman of the Niti Aayog as well. Tell me students, who acts as chairman of Niti Aayog? Next question. This Finance Commission, it forms under Article 280 and it will be appointed by the President for every 5 years. The first Finance Commission was appointed in 1951 through the Finance Commission Act 1951. So the Finance Commission, what it has to do, what kind of areas it has to examine, and how it should distribute the money between the center and state, all this comes under the terms of reference, TOR, terms of reference. And these terms of reference generally it will be released through President order. Next, the 15th Finance Commission, it was appointed in 2017 and its recommendations are valid between 2020 to 2026. Normally Finance Commission recommendations are valid for 5 years, but due to COVID pandemic, the 15th Finance Commission recommendations extended for 6 years. That you have to understand. Now the 16th Finance Commission is going to review the finance arrangements for the disaster managements, because already we have seen COVID pandemic disaster, and it also gives recommendations regarding funds allocated under Disaster Management Act 2005. The 16th Finance Commission expected to give their reports by 31st October 2025, and from there from 1st April 2026, because already till 2026 we are having the 15th Finance Commission recommendations. From 2026 April 1st onwards, the 16th Finance Commission recommendations will be valid. That is going to be valid till 2031. What are the functions? Finance Commission distribute the revenue between the center and state as well as among the states, and it also gives suggestions how to improve the financial conditions of the state and how to augment, that means improve the state consolidated fund as well, so that local governments also can get funds very effectively. Then what is the need for Finance Commission? First thing you have to understand, India is a federal country where there is a very need that there has to be one body which should distribute the money between the center and state. Otherwise, some states, they may not have the revenue in such a manner that according to their expenditure, that means their expenditure might be very higher compared to revenue generation. For these kind of states, they will get a rational treatment by the Finance Commission. So to ensure the fiscal federalism and to compensate the fiscal deficit facing by the states, to ensure all these things, Finance Commission was created and it is given the constitutional status as well. Next, before reforms, Finance Commission recommendations were not that much critical before the economic reforms, because states used to have a lot of other ways to get their compensation regarding their financial loss. But after the post reforms, the investments in PSU, it started reducing and the planning commission was abolished. So now states, the way they are getting, they are supposed to get the alternative income, those alternative incomes are drying up. Now the states are completely determined mainly on the recommendations of the finance commission. Now what are the concerns related to finance commission? The first concern is the horizontal distribution, that means distribution among the states. Previously it considered 1971 census, now it changed to 2011 census. If this change materializes, then obviously the states in North India, they are going to be on advantage side. There is a reason South Indian states protested against this move. Second one, issues with revenue deficit grants that are finance commission awards to states. Normally revenue deficit grant will be awarded to any states where the state is unable to generate enough revenue to run its own state. But sometimes due to irresponsibility of the states also, the state revenue expenditure will increase. So finance commission has to differentiate the difference between the fiscal incapacity and fiscal irresponsibility. The finance commission has to give grants to states which are having in the category of fiscal incapacity, not in the category of fiscal irresponsibility. Now finance commission observations. The center to GDP ratio is 58.7% and the fiscal deficit to GDP. Fiscal deficit is the difference between the revenue and expenditure. It is now standing at 9.2%. Both have to come down. Even the state debt to GDP ratio, that means when you combine all the states debt in India compared to the India GDP, that is a 20%. Okay, I mean that is more than 20%. We have to bring down that to 20%. And the finance commission very frequently recommending that now it is a time to need the amendment of Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Act 2003, FRBM Act has to be amended. Terms of reference for the 16th Finance Commission. Now the 16th Finance Commission, it is going to deal with the distribution of money between the states and how the grant in aids should be distributed and how the consolidated fund of the states can be strengthened. These are the areas they are going to cover. Okay. Next, and even nowadays what is happening, if central government is collecting any money through tax, almost all 41%. For example, if union government is getting 1 rupee through taxes, out of that 1 rupee, 41 rupees again it will go to states. To avoid that, Government of India started imposing the cess as well as surcharge. Actually cess and surcharge, if they are imposed by the union government, they are not going to be the divisible pool. That means they are not going to be shared with the states. So the now Finance Commission is going to put some restriction on which conditions cess and surcharge can be imposed. Okay, because it cannot be misused. Restraining on the freebies. Finance Commission already it is thinking of implementing some measures to restrict the giving of freebies by the states by strictly enforcing the Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Act. Because even though FRBM Act is there, still governments are devising some other alternative routes and they are announcing the freebies in the name of taking loans on the name of corporations. So those kind of other routes have to be trimmed down as well. So these are the observations of the Finance Commission. Now let's see yesterday's video question. Consider the following statement regarding the Sikh Gurus. Sikh Guru Arjun Dev compiled the writings of Nanak Dev in Guru Granth Sahib in Gurumukhi script. Guru Ramdas founded the city of Amritsar, right? Guru Gobind Singh Sahib created the Khalsa. 2 and 3 statements are right. The first statement is not right. Next, which of the following are correctly matched? Spacecraft as well as the purpose. So here Voyager 1 and Voyager 2, they are exploring the outer solar system, and the Messenger mapping and investigating the Mercury. These are the two rightly paid. Next question, with reference to NALSA, consider the following statements. Its objective is to provide free and competent legal services. Yes, right. It issues guidelines for the State Legal Service Authority. Both are right. C. Okay. Next question. Which of the following are associated with the planning in India? These are 5 things and pick the right statements. Next mains question. How have the recommendations of the 14th Finance Commission of India enabled the state to improve their fiscal position? That means how 14th Finance Commission recommendations helped the states improvement, states financial conditions improvements. Now, as we reach to the end of this video, in this particular video we discussed about Finance Commission, constitutional provisions related to Finance Commission, functions of Finance Commission, concerns facing by the Finance Commission and terms of reference of 16th Finance Commission. And this is a detailed analysis regarding the 16th Finance Commission and the newly appointed chairman of the 16th Finance Commission. Thank you.